got together that 4th of July day. That's when the land you're standing on became the U.S. of A. United we will stand, but divided we fall. One nation under God says it all. Written in by hand, they all stand to fight. When a cry for freedom rings, freedom isn't free. It comes with a cost. One nation under God says it all. One nation under God says it all. This whole world's changing, it's changing every day. For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Stand up, everybody, stand proud and tall. One nation under God says it all.
Good evening and welcome to IITW Radio. Tonight, you got Kicking Back with me. I got a few things that are aggravating the living crap out of me right now. I don't need to even look at the notes for this. We got a pretty good show. We're supposed to have Luxie on tonight, but I think they're on tour. I don't know. Did they cancel or?
I think they were still trying to get a few things together, but yeah, I think they're going to have to reschedule. So
yeah, they're on tour. So, but we got enough to cover tonight. First shout out. I'm going to shout out to Mama B. Mama B is one of our listeners, and she sends me stuff all the time. Whenever something's going on, she's like my right-hand listener. She's always sending me stuff. This past week, I wrote an article, and a woman had said, "Oh, you're a freaking child molester because you wrote this stuff about me," and blah, 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 blah. Well, Facebook put me in Facebook jail. They took down the article and kind of pissed me off they did it because this gal had written in, and she said, "Give me all the evidence you got on me. I want you to post the facts." Well, I post the facts, and when I did, Facebook decided they're going to violate my First Amendment right to freedom of speech. Now, they own the page, so be it. But don't say I'm bullying and blah, blah, blah. Look, if you guys are going to write in and say crap to me and you want me to post the facts, I remain unbiased, pure and simple. But if you're going to write in and say, put the facts up, and I put the facts up, don't cry like a whiny little bitch whenever I do that. Whether you're a man or a woman, don't sit there, you told me, screw you, I don't care. You want the facts, I give you the freaking facts. Deal with it. If you don't want the facts, shut your stinking mouth, okay? Enough said about that. Now, you people that are on, I don't care if it's on the left or the right, that are trying to crush the First Amendment. Do we have the First Amendment still up there, Chris? See if you can find that for me. I want you guys to see this while he's looking up. Chris is my right-hand guy. He's my IT guy. Chris, pop your head over here when you get a chance. Say, all right, there it is. There's Chris talking.
Need to get some little eyes for that.
We'll have to get
a
bro
little
sock
sock.
out
Yeah,
for
get a
him.
little bro sock.
Get out. But, you guys sitting there complaining about, oh, well, they hurt my feelings saying this, or, if somebody says a word, if they say, oh, the faggot or the N-word or whatever. I wasn't actually the first. Said all of them. Go ahead and pop the Constitution up there while we're there. You people that are screaming and bitching and whining about, oh, you can't say this and stuff. This is a thing called the Constitution. I really wish they would teach more of it in school. I think before any of the kids are able to graduate, they should have to know all 27 amendments. And for you people that are writing in saying, oh, the 28 amendments and 29 and 30, learn how many amendments there are. Learn how many rights you have. But the First Amendment, your rights to freedom of speech, to freedom of press, to freedom of religion, freedom to petition your government, that freedom of speech falls under a big category. And for all you little whiny bitches out there, And that doesn't mean women, by the way. So if women are getting offended, it means everybody in general. If you're a little whiny ass and you're sitting out there going, I don't like it, it hurt my feelings, get over it. I have the right to the First Amendment, which means I can say any freaking thing I want. If you get offended by it, go someplace else. Listen to a different show. Go read somebody else's page. But you guys don't understand this. When they take away my right for the First Amendment, for freedom of speech, guess who goes with it? So your bitching is going to quit. It's going to stop instantly as soon as my bitching and complaining stops. So I said enough about that to get my point across. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, with that right to, with the ability to speak up becomes the responsibility. Just because you
have the right to doesn't mean you should.
Right.
And that's the same with these people tearing down statues and stuff like that across the country. I mean, these kids at these colleges, you're freaking idiots. You shouldn't even be in college. You should go back to grade school, have mom and daddy whip your damn ass, wipe your snotty little nose, and get you an education. The statues and stuff that you guys are tearing down, they are a part of history. You want to get rid of all the things that relate to slavery and stuff. Every one of our dollar bills and $5 bills and $100 bills and this stuff like this guys own slaves. Get rid of your money. Send it to me, please. I will take that, and I will destroy it for you. I will spend it. I will help the homeless. I will help our veterans. The soup kitchen, Mr. David Yance out there. Yeah, you know, George Washington owned slaves. Send me all your dollar bills. Come on, send them in. Quit bitching.
Yeah, send all the coins in, too. I mean, they all could carry the presidents. So.
Yeah, I mean, send those presidents right on in. You guys hate the presidents. You hate Trump. You hate all this stuff. Send me. They got the new Trump $1. Destroy them. Buy them all up. Send them to me. I'll make sure I destroy them. I'll melt those suckers down. Make a necklace that says "Kiss my ass" on it. Anyhow, when you guys lose your freedom of religion, and all this other stuff, don't come whining. When it turns into another Russia, Hitler, and all this crap, don't come whining. But these statues and crap you guys are tearing down and stuff, those are a part of history. Take your kids, teach them. Right here, this is what happened. Andrew Jackson did this. But these people fought for what they believed in. And the same thing you guys fight to believe in, you're not going to be able to fight very long, because those same statues that came down, guess what? When they tell you shut your mouth, you ain't going to have no choice. You burn the flag, you kneel. Yeah, you know, I get a kick out of Kaepernick there. This guy's with Nike and stuff. When I played football, and I noticed these kids over at the high schools and stuff, when they play football, when a guy gets hurt on the field, they kneel. And the reason they kneel is in respect for that other player. For their opposition, they kneel. They take a knee just to show respect to this other player. It's like, hey, man, we're right there with you. We're on one knee. So I'm kind of lost, because people like Kaepernick and these other a-holes that are, and I won't even watch any more NFL. I'm college all the way now. No NFL. I don't give a damn how much I like them, how much I support them. I'm not going to watch them. They're going to take knees. They don't need my money. The sponsors, good thing I don't drink, because I wouldn't be buying any beer right now. I'm not telling you guys to do that. You do what you want to do. But when you take a knee and you disrespect our flag and you burn our flag and stuff, you guys say, oh, like Joe Biden and them on TV today, and John Kerry and all those guys. Kerry should be arrested. We'll get in that tomorrow night. So tomorrow night I have Greg Williams on the air. He's an attorney out of Jacksonville, big-time attorney. He does all kinds of cases, civil law, criminal, no murder cases. But, you know, you guys start bitching and whining when you lose those amendments, and they only have to take one away before they're all gone. And it's just like the ocean. I remember my grandfather told me this when I was a kid. The waves roll in, the waves roll out. It doesn't destroy a beach all at one time, maybe during a hurricane. But every day it takes a little bit more away, and a little bit more sand away, and a little bit more sand away. Pretty soon, there's no beach left. It's just a cliff there where houses are there. And that's the same thing. You guys keep chipping away at the Constitution and these rights and going in and saying, he won't make a cake for me because I'm gay. Get over it. Doesn't matter if you're straight or gay or whatever. If I own a business, I reserve the right to make it for whoever I want to. When you take away that man's right for what he believes in, your rights are going to be taken away as a gay person. Your rights are going to be taken away as a heterosexual. Don't believe me? Watch and see. I've talked to people that were Jewish and then went through the Holocaust. What we've got going on now is the same crap that went on before Hitler took over. And now you've got, you've got Facebook, you've got Google, all these other companies that have been out there trying to keep Trump, and you guys that are trying to kick him down, you guys do realize that when you get rid of Trump, it's over. Why would you want to see a president fail? There's ways of doing this. Voice your concerns in a right way. And these guys with these black hoods running around, what's their name? Antifa?
Yeah, Antifa.
They're licensed little thugs, you know. I would dare those guys to come into our sheriff's department, our town here, because I know a lot of these sheriffs. I don't think Gator Deloach would put up with that crap. I think if you go busting our building fronts up down here, I think Joe Wells would be standing out there tomorrow night saying, guess what? We arrested 250 hooded people. They are now sitting in Putnam County Jail. You know, this sheriff's department here does a wonderful job. I take my hat off to them. Matter of fact, I saw Mr. Brady today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran into him out where I live at. Somebody had their house broken in. Their washer and dryer stole. No, not the dryer. The washer. Stole the washer and the freaking refrigerator. And Officer Brady, I met him years ago. This guy is kick butt. If you criminals in Putnam County or on the south end of Putnam County, this is one guy you don't want to mess with. He's a triathlon, a world triathlon guy. He runs, I think it's 20 miles or something, swims like 100 miles, bicycles 1,000 miles, and does all this crap. I think he placed third on the last one he was in. I remember when I interviewed him a few years ago, he was riding his bicycle down Highway 309 and a truck hit him in the back and bruised his kidneys. A few days later, it may have been a week or 2 weeks, he was out in Hawaii doing this triathlon thing. You guys want to mess with him? Try to run from him. I dare you. Ain't got to worry about Halo the dog chasing your butt down. He's going to get you. But if you're going to whine and bitch and complain, you know, stay at home. Buy yourself a comfort cat and sit there and bitch about it. We got to get one of those. I got to order a comfort cat. Yeah, I'll start giving them out on the air.
We got one outside of the studio meowing.
Yeah, go. Yeah, animal control needs to have pets adopted right now. I want you guys to go over and get yourself a
Comfort kitties.
And a comfort kitty, and sit there and start yourself your own little whiny bitchy thing to your cat. See how long they latch out with it.
Cat will probably swat you.
Yeah, cat bitch slap them.
Slap you upside the head. What in the world?
Yeah, like what old Joe Biden and them was sitting there saying, we're going to get into that tomorrow night with Greg. That's our politic nights. Greg, I try to remain unbiased. Greg is all the way on the right. I'm in the middle. We need to get somebody on the left in here. If my daughter-in-law, Laurel, if you're missing, I want you to call in. Now, what was I saying about Mama B before I got sidetracked? Oh, yeah, Mama B. I tell you what, she is she's our #1 fan. I love her to death. So, Mama B, if you're listening, Aiden. Also tonight on the show, Cletus was out and about. He went over to Eastside Towing and Collision, was trying to paint one of Bob's things. And do we want to put that up right now?
Yeah, we can go ahead and put that up.
Yeah, let's put that up. Cletus was out there. So
yeah, Cletus left a little bit of an intro, I think, before the show started. I think we caught him in the studio before you got in your chair.
Cletus is a nut job. I think that family tree only has one branch on it. I heard Burpee Seed was going to send him a new box of seeds to start all over. But Cletus was out at Eastside Towing and Collision. Or
throwing
Eastside
some
Collision
rose
and
seeds,
towing.
and maybe he'll come out smelling like a rose, too. So
yeah, and he was out there he's trying to start a paint and body shop. And he keeps sneaking into Bob Baldwin's business over there. The guy's nuts. All right, go ahead and roll that footage. Hi, I'm Cletus, down here at Cletus Paint and Body Work. You want a good, affordable paint job? I'm painting my brother Biscuits camper here. You want a good, affordable paint job? You come down and see me. $29.99, and I will paint this thing and make it look pretty. Plus the 6-pack. Oh, God.
What are you doing here? Don't be doing that junk here, painting that junk. Hi, I'm Bob from Eastside Collision and Towing. If you want a good, affordable paint job, come down and see me. 286 Highway 17, South East Palaca. Like, for instance, take this Mustang. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna change out the windshield on this thing. Change this old ratty top, put a brand new top on it, and do all the paint and body work in the next couple of weeks here. If you want to see something, you know, the progress on it, stay tuned for upcoming. Cletus, get out of here! Come on, get out of here!
$29. I can paint this man's car.
No, get out of here!
No,
Take that junk over there with you.
Only Cletus.
That junk on my lot. Come on.
Dang, you messing me up.
Come on.
Only Cletus.
Cletus is a freaking mess.
Oh my goodness.
That's what do Bob's commercial over here. I don't know if I would have Cletus paint my stuff.
I don't know. It looked like it was interesting. So.
Yeah, but Bob's,
Especially with that color, man. I don't think I need that color.
I don't even know what color that is.
I don't know.
Looks like my friggin' living room.
It looked like a mush pumpkin, like a squash pumpkin.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and pop Bob's commercial out here while we're at it. Hey, East Side Collision and Towing. You can go down and see Bob. Oh, look, guys, this guy does 24-hour towing. Right now, he's only doing 12-hour towing. I need to change that.
Yeah, we'll fix that in the morning.
He's got his son he's raising. His older son there actually is in the Army now, I believe.
Yes.
And he just left a couple of weeks ago, but he has towing. He does collision work. If you guys get in a wreck, I know there's a lot of deer in this area. I've smacked a few of them myself. Hell, one night I was driving around and hit a turkey. But he does some mechanic work and he does custom paint. But you guys want a good, affordable paint job done, you know, you're going to get what you pay for. If you want a $29 paint job, go see Cletus. You know?
I think I'll work with Bob.
And Bob will work with you. He'll explain to you exactly what the paints are.
Yeah, he's one mechanic that you can trust women that, you know, he's not going to rip you off. He's going to sit there and explain what you want. Very nice gentleman. So, you know, a lot of women, I'll say, we go to a mechanic, and I fell for it one time. They told me that there's an oil change special, so I went and bought the oil, and the guy put it in my trunk, and I was like, okay. Well, it started draining, and I'm like, okay, so I drove home, and my husband, the first thing he asked me was, well, first thing I would have said was, where are the racks? I said, well, it said oil change special. I said, if they said it was just an oil special, I wouldn't know. But I'm just trying to say he's the no-bull guy. He's not going to pull anything over your eyes. He's going to make sure you get what you want, so make sure you go to Bob.
You guys need a good paint job, though. I tell you what, this guy does.
He's immaculate work.
I've got to get, put that picture back up, Chris.
Yeah, it's immaculate work.
He, that little MG there in the middle, that thing is phenomenal. I've got to put those other pictures up. But, I mean, they actually will take, just like these car guys do on TV, and strip that sucker down to bare metal, take all the body parts off of it and everything. Or Bob will work with you and say, he's honest. He'll tell you, well, you don't need to paint where you can't see. You know, do the cosmetic stuff. It'll get you a nice looking paint job, especially if it's a car you're wanting to hang on to. But Cletus is a freaking mess. You guys can go see Cletus if you want. Don't forget to take him a 6-pack of beer. Okay. Am I through bitching about the whiners? Probably not. But, Luxie that was supposed to be on here tonight. You guys make sure you check out their music. You can go and check it on YouTube or go to IITW Radio.
It's LUXXE.
Yeah, they have. I wish we would put it up tonight. I should have got you guys to put it up. But they have some kick butt videos on here. Where was I at? Oh, let's do this guy that got busted with the pot.
Oh, we got funny news. I love funny news.
Well, this guy's stupid news. This guy right here, what a freaking idiot. He gets busted with 11 pounds of weed. Now, in case you guys haven't been keeping up with what's been going on here, look at him. He looks high as a kite. Hey, bud, how's your melon? Dude, you got another joint? Anybody got any wraps? He's probably sitting there. He's sitting there with 11 pounds of weed.
Yeah, but he said he was holding it for the police.
Yeah, but he didn't have a wrap on him or a lighter. They should have let him go. Anyways, that guy's funny looking. It's like, hey, man.
He looks like John Malkovich.
Yeah, he looked like he'd been high. I'm sure he smoked about a half
Where
pound.
did they find it? Where did the police find it?
Well, all week, pot's been washing up on the coast over here, from the, I guess, Jacksonville all the way down past Flagler. This gal here, she's out on the beach right there. Talk about getting busted. They're looking for her, by the way, for stealing weed out of one of these packages. She has a yellow top and black bikini bathing suit. I don't know what the tramp stamp is. Put it back up there, see if we can zero
Yeah,
in on
my
that.
favorite about the last guy was, though, they found it in his trunk, didn't they? And they said something about, you know.
Yeah, I'll
they
get to
asked
that
him,
in a second. I want to get
Yeah.
to this tramp stamp here. Go to the tramp stamp right here. See if we can zoom in on that, Chris. That's some crappy tattoo work. I don't even know what that is.
It's
What was
a
the one in
mess.
Super Troopers? What was that thing's name?
I've never seen Super
Chimpo.
Troopers.
Let's see if you see this butt with Chimpo. Call the authorities. Call Flagler County Sheriff's Office. Anyways, over the last week, stuff's been. You can take it off her butt now. What's that tattoo between her shoulders? That's some horrible ink work.
Yeah, I need to find a new artist, I'd say.
Yeah, and look at those expensive glasses. But put it. Talk about getting your hand. Put that one back up there. Here's your hands caught in a cookie jar right here,
Yeah.
or in a
Not
kitchen
guilty
pot.
at all, yeah.
Wait, zoom in on that. What is that? A pot leaf on the pot? Go to the right there. The hell, if they want to know where the weed's coming from, just all they got to do is look at the sticker right there. It'll tell them where to go get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on down to Joe's, man. We got it here. Okay. I like those glasses she's got on. Put some
my
ZZ
goodness.
Top with that. No, they've been finding bales of pot up and down the beach. She apparently got caught with her hands in the proverbial cookie jar, in this case, in the bale of pot, and is accused of stealing pot. Now, I don't know how you can be accused of stealing something you found, but okay. All this pot's been washing up on the beach. And I think they found over 100 pounds now that's washed up. But they're looking for this gal. If you guys see her, you know, she's probably not going to run away from me because she's going to be stoned off her gourd.
Yeah, she should be sitting somewhere nice and either munchies or
Go
sitting
to
there sleeping.
go to any convenience store if you want to find her. Flagler County Sheriff's Office. If you go to a convenience store or go to Walmart or one of the grocery stores, anybody that's buying a lot of munchy stuff, that's your gal.
Yeah, the guy, though, he was holding his in the trunk, and he
Yeah.
said that he was holding it for the police.
Yeah, it's okay. So the cops roll up on this guy. He's got 11 pounds. Put his picture back up there. There we go. He's got 11 pounds of marijuana in his trunk. And he tells the cops, hey, man, yeah, I got this pot. Yeah, okay. After they ask him if they can search his thing, they open his trunk. There's 11 pounds of pot sitting there wrapped up. And he's like, oh, dude, man, see, like, I found all this weed and you know, I'm waiting on the sheriff's department to come here. And they said, well, did you call the police? No, man, like, I don't think they would have came anyways.
He was waiting on him, yet they never called him.
That's what it says in the article. That's what it
I
says
don't
in
think
the
he was
police
high
report.
off anything. I mean, my goodness, those eyes.
I don't think either that or the guys from China. I got glaucoma. I tried to fix it. I think he needs it. You guys should have let him keep the 11. At least let him keep a joint. His bond was set at $2,500, by the way, which is not bad for 11 pounds of pot. I don't know what they're going to charge him with, though. They got him charged with stealing marijuana, but how do you charge somebody that found it? You know,
I thought it was finders keepers.
I guess not in this case.
No, sorry,
But-
guys.
But $2,500 for 11 pounds. Hell, I know people got $2,500 bonds for one joint.
What do we got next?
That guy's a
Oh my
mess. I don't
gosh.
know. I like that guy. I wonder if we can get him on the radio.
I know we have to find him. I'm sure we can find him.
Yeah, I want to get him on here and interview him.
So,
We'll move down to the wreck there that happened in Crescent City the other night. I'm in
yeah.
Crescent City. Crescent City's chief is gone now. The chief and one of the cops who worked in Willaca, and I guess he quit working in Willaca. From what I understand, he was going to a couple of the businesses there and going in and quote unquote harassing them. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what it said in one of our local papers. But now they've only got a couple of cops there. I like the guys at the Crescent City Police Force. What was it, 2 nights ago they had a wreck there. Sunday morning early. So put that picture up and show them This is what it looked like. Okay, the pole got busted. This is what it looked like when I got here. There's nobody around. Okay, somebody wrote in and said the power lines aren't the main powers on the other side of the street. Go to the next picture, Chris.
Now this was in front of what, Napa in Crescent City?
Yeah, in front of Napa and in front of Stepping Stones Daycare.
Okay.
So I'll give Bill Pickens a shout out there, and Regina Foley, I think that's her last name. She got married. See if we can zoom in on that. Yeah, there we go. See the power lines here, and I'll back it up one picture. Okay, look down the street here. Looks to me like all the power lines are working. All the lights are working on both sides of the street. And we got the picture from the other angle too. But even at that, if somebody pulled in those driveways, they got telephone poles laying there. You know, there's another pole laying right there. If somebody pulled in, I almost took the power lines out with my truck. Now, granted, my truck's a big old F-350 Super Duty Ford. You guys that don't like Fords, get over it. I like Ford, Chevy. I don't care as long as they get me from A to Z, and my horses don't complain. Well, yeah, there's an adopt the highway. Somebody please adopt this highway because it is a freaking mess now. South Putman. I think the Women's Club, yeah, and I'm being serious about this. You guys donate money so the Women's Club can get their thing back up. That's a good organization over there.
Yes,
but it says litter free right here. Adopt a highway. The partnership for litter free Florida highways. Go to the next picture where you see all.
You know, it said abort highway.
Now
Were they trying to abort the highway there, or what were they doing? So
that looks like it's not litter free anymore, especially when it was just left like that. So, you know, at least put up some cones or drape some. I don't know. Take a bandana off.
Yeah,
your
there
dog
should have been
or
some
something.
kind of reflectors or something put around that so people knew, because it was dark as can be right around where it was.
It was dark because the lights, 2 lights there were knocked down.
Yeah, but they still should have some kind of reflectors to warn people there were lines down.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that line looked what? Like it was about maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground, the bottom of it.
yeah. Go to the next picture, Chris. Yeah, there it is. Go to the next one.
Yeah, see, it's
Yeah.
touching the ground. Look how far that is. That's,
No, it was about 3 feet off the ground. I know it
that's
was.
still, most people are 4 to 5 feet. So, it's right at shoulder level.
I would feel sorry for anybody pulled in here on a motorcycle
Oh, yeah.
because they would have gotten clothesline, and we have a lot of bikes in this area. So I don't know
Just a thought, y'all.
who
Put some
dropped the ball
reflectors
on
up.
that one, and I don't know if there was main power there. Hell, I'm not a power guy. I know I was staying back away from it. Good. That's enough of those pictures. Okay, let me see what we got coming up next. Oh, we should be having commercials.
I was
roll
going to
up
say,
here
we're
pretty
getting ready to
soon.
go to some commercials.
Yeah, in just a couple minutes. What is Oh, sets. Oh no. Let's put my friend Lee up. I know Lee is listening. I caught her today. She kind of pissed me off because zoom in on her face. Not on her booty.
No, just
On her face. There she is.
Oh, she looks happy at work.
She was getting ready to sneeze. I got her at the perfect time. You know when you get ready to sneeze and you get that, oh dude, look in your face. Shoot, bless you.
Nah.
Not.
She worked at that kind of pharmacy.
Huh?
I didn't know she worked at that kind of pharmacy.
Yeah.
No, she's not. Anyways, go ahead and take her picture down. She's gonna kick my butt for that. Lee, call me. No, actually, get your butt in the studio. You're supposed to be in here one night.
Yeah, we got the Lucky Lee lottery. This week it's 5.
Yep, this week it's 5.
9045.
Yeah, we got to throw the 1 in. That's how many shows you've bailed on me.
How many weeks? It's
Yeah,
one
how
a
many
week.
weeks? In case you guys don't know what that's about, if she doesn't get in here, pretty soon we will have her phone number for you guys to call her. I still love you, Lee. No, she was looking pretty today. She had her hair all done up. Her husband, Ben, he's one of my good friends. He told me one day, quit ragging on her, man, because she just takes it out on me. Sorry, Ben.
Just remember, the night you give
love
up that
you,
last
buddy.
number, I'm out of here. You're on your own.
I love you, buddy, and not in a gay way. Hell no.
I know she'll be here. I know she will arrive.
The last number I'm giving out on location someplace because she got a chainsaw for Mother's Day or her birthday. She's going to be cutting the doors down on the studio.
No.
Damn it, she knows where it is, too. Benny O's Pump and Wells. He does drinking and well irrigation and all kinds of stuff. Does pump repairs, well restoration, pump replacement, well abandonment. He is not drilling any new stuff in Putnam County. I don't know if it's a permitting problem or too far to drive his rig. But the guy does great work. I know he takes care of the ranch over there for the autistic kids and the PTSD, the wounded warriors and stuff like that. He makes sure that the water, he donates his time and materials to keep that up and running. He's a great guy. You guys got stuff you need to get done. He's an honest guy. If you guys live in Volusia, St. Augustine, Putnam County, he takes care of all those areas. Make sure you give him a call. Oh, let's see. What do we want to do now?
We got Barbie, don't we?
No, we're going to do Tom. I love this guy, man. This guy's like a saint. Tom's AC. That's Bruce. Bruce is a big man with a big heart. He just did Station 6 over there. He just replaced their AC. We need to do a collection because he spent this $15 out, $1,500, not $15. It wouldn't even cover a filter. He did the AC at Station 6 in East Palaca. It went out and all they had was window units. And he went over there and the unit cost him $1,500. You know what? We need to put up a GoFundMe account, or you guys need to donate, because he's a volunteer firefighter, and that's, you know, a lot, especially for him to put it. He shouldn't have to put out anything. We need to help take care of that man. So if you guys are listening, Casey or Sam, give me a call. I'll get a hold of you guys tomorrow. We need to find out and get a fund started to cover his cost on that. He shouldn't have to do that when you guys only get paid $4 or $8 a call. We need to take care of this man. And if you guys need AC done, he does sales, installation, service, maintenance. He only does residential at this time. If you're commercial, he's put his picture back up there one more minute. But he also, in the middle of the night, if you're sweating and you can't take it anymore, you can call him up. He is not going to gouge you. He's probably out. If he doesn't answer, it might be because he's out, since he's a volunteer, or since he's a firefighter. It's probably because he's out on a call. So cut him a break. Give him an hour to call you back. I'm sure he'll get back to you, or his wife. From what I understand, I've never met her, but he has 11 kids. It's like the Brady Bunch plus.
I hear that. Oh, my goodness. It's a lot of mouths to feed, y'all.
Yeah. Make sure you support him, though. He's a local guy. 386, and there went my phone number. Anyways, go back and
68421. I think it was 84.
yeah, give Bruce a call. The Quench the Thirst for Putnam County. This is a thing that Tammy and I came up with a few years ago. Matter of fact, Station 6 just got 150 cases that they just picked up from Miss Joanne at Hitchcock's in East Palaca. They went over there and picked it up the other day. That is going to carry them out the rest of the season. Coming into fire season, people's like, oh, winter time, and it's not that much fires. It does. Things dry out. We go out of the rainy season. Thank God we got enough of that. But anything that these firefighters can fit in their pockets. These guys get paid between $4 and $8 a call, depending on what their pay grade is on the volunteer side. That doesn't cover their gloves. That doesn't cover their boots. And Scott over at Walmart is a great guy. He's donated them 6 of them boots over at Station 6. But anything that will fit in their pockets, Slim Jims, those little tiny cans of Pringles or little bags of chips. They might be crunched into pieces, but they can open them up and do like the rednecks do. But Gatorade, Powerade, especially Powerade. They throw in a couple rolls of toilet paper and stuff too. Anything that you can think of that would help these volunteers. But mainly when you're out there, our first responders, the volunteer firefighters, our police officers, this kind of stuff, walk up and shake their hands and tell them thank you for their service, because that really makes a big difference. They get very little recognition, especially our firefighters and the police and EMS workers, ambulance drivers. All right.
Where
Is
can
it
they
time-
drop those off at?
They can drop them off at any fire department, or go into Hitchcock's. Just tell Miss Joanne you want to purchase something. They will set it back. They will call me. Hitchcock's in East Palatka, or Save-A-Lot Mary over there. She got a whole truckload of water I got to go pick up sometime this coming week or so. Got to go pick up that water, and we're going to make sure that it gets out to firefighters. Now, that's not the Putnam Way or IITW radio or these stores giving it away. This is stuff that you, the listeners and the readers, have gone in and said, I want to donate it. You're purchasing it for them. It's only $3 something for a case of water. Makes a big difference, a real big difference. Support these men and women. They support you when your butt's laying out there in a car in an automobile accident, or your house is burned to the ground, or before it burns to the ground. So make sure you support them. Okay. Where are we moving on to next? Let's see.
Do you see that story about that woman that wrote the essay on killing your husband?
Oh yeah. This lady, Agatha Christie, would be in envy of her.
Oh my gosh, this story was just
Was
the
it
truth.
20 something years ago? I can't tell. My tablet took a. Here. I can't. Here's what I've got to look at right now. Here, see if we can get that back on.
Well, she had written an article
Please.
about
Yeah, she
how to
wrote-
kill your husband.
She wrote an article, or a book or an article on how to kill your husband. I believe it was 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then they find her husband, who is a culinary guy. They find him dead. Pretty much matches what she said in the article on how to kill your husband. So they got her for using a weapon, and they found his body. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. They found his body in at the culinary place, just like her article had said. Okay.
Hey, next you got to get my favorite, the guy who's recycling. He put a whole new axe on recycling.
Oh yeah. Let's see. That's another one on marijuana. Oh wait. Let's get the customer in Walmart that attacks a disabled man. Do we have that one?
I'm pretty sure.
That's this guy right here, the Ocala man.
Right here.
Yeah. Now, the authorities told. Wow, that's a big echo. I'm on the back side of the mic. That's why. I didn't know this thing had two sides. Ooh, and my tablet flipped upside down. Imagine that.
You're just all over the place tonight, aren't you?
Man, I'm telling you, people pissing me off. Got me all disturbed up today. Ocala man that was arrested on Tuesday night after a Walmart customer called the Marion County Sheriff's Office to report an attack on a disabled man. Now, this is from the Village News. Out there, I want to make sure I give them props for this. The customers told deputies that he witnessed 75-year-old Richard McDowell hitting a disabled man while he was sitting on the floor of the pharmacy section of the Walmart. The customer said that he intervened and made it clear that he was calling law enforcement for help. And he got McDowell's license number and then quickly left the store, as sheriff's report stated. Deputies made contact with this yahoo a short time later at his home. I'm not even going to give his address. You guys don't want to go there. Probably couldn't find it anyways. Dang, it's right by the tree stump. He told deputies there was an altercation but denied hitting the man who suffered cerebral palsy. The report said, now I'm not going to read anymore. What a sick a-hole. You're going to beat up an old man that has cerebral palsy? Yeah, they should just keep his ass locked up in jail. Man, I'm having all kinds of problems tonight. Come on, tablet. I can wing the rest of these. You know what I should do is do makeup news. Okay, Putnam County football coach. This guy was accused. Do we have his picture up there?
We got a video.
Oh, we got a video. Woohoo! This guy supposedly headbutted one of the players and then told the other player, why don't you just go kill yourself?
All right, playing.
Yeah, let's roll it. Who is this video by? There we go.
Football coach is off the field and banned from teaching, accused of headbutting one player and allegedly telling another to commit suicide. First Coast News' Alex Osada spoke with one of the players and his mother, who reported the coach.
I feel he was a real danger to not just my son, but other kids at the school as well.
This mother of a Palatka High School football player was the only person who agreed to interview with us. That's after her son was allegedly abused by a former coach. We're concealing her identity because she fears retaliation. We reached out to multiple people close to the program and got responses like this. The former coach, Randall Owens, accused of headbutting a 16-year-old, telling another player to, quote, commit suicide and watching a student use the restroom over a bathroom stall. All detailed in this report obtained by First Coast News from the Florida Department of Education. We were unable to reach Owens, but his lawyer told us no comment.
You would never think of a coach to do it, and a lot of people probably thought like it was a joke when we told them about it, but it was just not, it wasn't football, it was past football.
His mom didn't think it was a joke and researched Owens online.
All of the red flags were there for them to take proper authority to make sure that a guy like this didn't get into the school system.
According to court records, Owens was arrested on a simple battery charge in Valdosta after allegedly hitting a student on school property. The charges were later dropped. Then Owens moved to Florida. Putnam County School Superintendent Rick Sorensen.
It's my understanding the record had actually been expunged, so there was no reason not to hire him.
Owens was placed on leave before resigning. On your side tonight, everyone we spoke with had the same question. How could Owens keep working with kids? We took that question back to the superintendent. Do you feel like the background checks were working to hire someone like?
Sure, we follow protocol, and our district's very diligent about following background checks and making sure that people we hire are not a danger to our children.
After obtaining this report, we've also filed more open requests in Florida and in Georgia, keeping on top of this story. We're in Putnam County tonight. Alex Osidas, First Coast News, on your side.
Go Putnam. My mic's not. Is my mic even working? There's my mic's working.
Oh, we get to silence you. I got a mute button. Ha ha ha.
I know where the button's at.
I do too. Now I know where to silence you.
Go Putman. Go Putman. You know, what an idiot. You're going to headbutt a 16-year-old kid. No wonder the parents don't want to be on TV. They're afraid this coach is going to come whip their butts. He'll headbutt them. I mean, come on. You're gonna
there's different ways to knock sense into kids.
Well,
there's a few kids I want to knock some sense into.
Okay. Tell them to go kill herself. I've told my kids to go play in traffic.
Yeah.
Mama and Daddy told me that.
I'm not talking about the go kill yourself. I'm talking about the headbutt. So, the go kill yourself, that's just wrong in any direction. So. Yeah,
but, that could have been, he could have said it in a joking manner. I'm trying to remain biased here.
I know.
He could have said, I'll go kill yourself or something like that. That's the thing right now.
I know all the kids are saying that. They're going to say, either the kids say, I'm going to go kill myself, or they walk away and say, oh, go kill yourself. It's not even, it doesn't matter anymore. It's just like a topic.
That's one of these things these kids are saying all over the place. My son says it all the time. I think I'll go kill myself. That part I don't have a problem with, okay, because it's a thing that they're all saying, and these teachers try to be friends with the kids, but headbutting them,
yeah,
and then staring over the top of a bathroom stall,
that's a little creepy.
That's alleged if he did it. It's like, hey, dude, you're looking at my winger. What the hell is wrong with you? I would have dunked the toilet paper, crapped in my hand, and slung it all over.
I'd have found something. That's just, I can't believe it.
What a sick bastard. If he did it. I'm not going to say he did it or he didn't. He gets his day in court just like everybody else. Okay, this is a good one. We got this one. The man that's strangled and cellmate that was in jail, gouged his cellmate out, his eyeballs out. Okay, yeah, put him up. This is one badass you guys don't want to mess with, okay? This man, allegedly, while he's in a cell, where did this happen at? Let me pull this up here real quick. Keep his picture up there, though. This happened in Miami, I believe. Yeah, okay. At the Columbia Correction Institute on Thursday morning, okay, this guy right here, he gouged his cellmate's eyeballs out and then saved them so he could eat them later. Got an ant on my desk. I hope somebody didn't turn me into... Never mind. For killing an ant. Okay, anyways, this guy, he gouged his cellmate's eyes out. He strangled the guy to death. Pops his eyes out so he can eat them later. And this is Larry Mark. It's up on there. He gouged his eyeballs out and wrapped his body in sheets and made a necklace out of his ears,
Oh my gosh, that's just nasty.
which he paraded around the prison's chow hall. The murder happened in a prison annex, and this was all this was from BET.
I mean, I'm not saying much. I'm looking at this guy like I wouldn't have thought like total crazy psycho. So it's just, you know, they say see the crazy. I guess I got to look even closer in my eyes because I just was not seeing psycho.
No, usually
Yeah, usually you can see crazy.
this is not being racist against white guys, but usually it's the white guys. I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer, you got all these Son of Sam, all these white guys that are sick bastards like this. I never expected this black dude to do it. I mean, this guy is freaking crazy, and I guess I see crazy.
But I didn't see it before. I'm sure seeing it now. I got his face burned in my memory bank. Stay away from him.
The guy's creepy.
Don't invite him for supper.
Yeah. He'll sit there and see somebody. Go ahead and take his picture down. This guy's creeping me out. Be having nightmares tonight. You know, I can see another guy and his cellmate over there chewing his finger out. He's going to like, are you going to eat the rest of that?
Well, like, normally you get this
I
image in
have
your
the rest
head
of
when
that
you're
finger?
hearing this story, like, and it's just not the image I was expecting when I heard this story. It's like,
No.
oh my gosh.
Give me the leftovers on that finger.
Ah.
No. I don't think so.
That's nasty.
You know, you ever had an itch and you can't quite get it with your hand, or like on the palm of your hand, and you're like taking the top teeth and scratching your hand or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have the rest of that hand, or you get finished with it?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Let's see what other nutballs we have on here. Eat their freaking
You got to get to the
eyeballs.
guy that was recycling.
How bad is the prison food when you have to save the eyeballs of your cellmate to eat them?
Yeah, that's a bit bad.
I'm not eating that damn bologna no more. I'm sick of this cell.
Yeah, we got to get to the guy who was recycling, though. His mama found what he had recycling.
Oh, yeah, he had body parts in there. That takes, I've heard of recycling plastic and paper bags and stuff. Is this the guy right here?
Yeah, that's him.
Come on, tablet. I'm not sure I'm seeing that one. A lot of stuff about pot
Well,
in
his
here.
mom had gone in the room, and she found this woman's body in the recycling bin inside of his room. So it was.
Go ahead and finish up with the story. Okay. Anyways,
But
this guy's trying to get them in a recycle bin. It gives. I've heard of recycled plastic, paper, stuff like that. But my brother, I was just trying to recycle his body parts. Somebody else can use them.
Yeah, he only knew the woman a few days.
I think I will send this to my friend over there that was eating the eyeballs and shit. He needs an arm or leg to match those eyeballs.
But he had it in his room. I mean, her corpse was in his room. I mean, how did she find it? Just like the smell or what?
Oh, I love this next one. We got this gal's picture right here.
Nope.
No?
That's the one photo I couldn't get a hold of.
Okay, this gal right here. Let me do this. I don't know if you can see her. She doesn't have crazy written in the eyes.
Okay, Travis, hold it back. You're too close. Right there. Perfect. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay, there you see her right there.
Why is it when somebody tells you not to move, you do the opposite? You do that every time.
See it. I've got the camera covered there.
It wasn't seeing, it was listening. Okay. We got to work on your hearing.
After mom's second child is found dead, she tells the police, I'm going to be blamed for this one. Again. That comes courtesy of the Dearly.com. And that just happened. Nearly 1 month after her 4-month-old daughter was found unconscious in her crib, a Pennsylvania mom is being charged with her death. According to ABC, 23-year-old Candace Paro was arrested on August 13th following an unexpected death of her infant daughter who passed away on July 16th. ABC 27 reports that this woman said she had put her daughter down for bed around 10 p.m. after going into the kitchen to do some dishes. When she went back to her daughter's room 10 or 15 minutes later to check on her, she found the baby unresponsive. The baby was taken to Penn State Hershey Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead about an hour later. Read more. I hate when you have to catch up on this stuff. Anyways, according to the Lancaster District Attorney's Office, said the investigators found holes in her story. Not only were their dirty dishes still left in the sink, but the sink was completely dry. Oh man, you got to find out which lie is true here. Investigators revealed that she, who appeared very distraught at the time, made the statement, "I'm going to be blamed for this again." According to ABC 27, she was living in Syracuse, New York. In 2016, her infant son passed away in a similar way. No charges were ever filed in that case. The baby girl's father, who was at work at the time of his daughter's death, told investigators that she appeared to be in good health when he FaceTimed her around 8:30 p.m. that same night. The father told investigators that he had seen her get upset with her daughter for crying in the past. According to the father, she struggled to handle the child fit on her own. Pearl's neighbor called 911 because she heard screaming next door. She said the whole story makes her sick, really sick. Okay, I'm not going to read any more of this. This is a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to sit there and... Why does this rebel flag keep popping up on my screen?
It's just adware.
I got snakes having sex.
What are you looking at? Are you playing with buttons over there?
No,
Here.
I keep hitting the back arrow.
Here, let me have it before you get into something you don't need to get into.
I don't know. There's snakes rolling around having sex on each other. Here, fix this for me. Nobody wants to see snakes. That's kind of freaky.
Yeah, you are.
I know there's one guy that we have the picture of the guy that got caught having sex with a beaver.
Yeah, the almost dead beaver. Was it a badger? I think it was a badger.
Was it a badger?
I think so.
Which one is that? I don't know.
Let me see if I can
I
find
don't think they had an actual picture of him. I think they were afraid to put the pictures up of that guy.
I guess so.
But, yeah.
I mean, how do you have sex? No, you shouldn't even ask how you have sex with a freaking beaver.
I'm sure you can have sex with it, but I really don't want to see it. I think I'm good. The image does not need to be in my brain.
That thing turns around and you're winkerless.
Yeah, well, I don't need to know about that. That's your problems.
Man, you could change from a rooster to a hen real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Why even thinks of stuff like that? What a sick ass world.
Is that like a little kid? They're always poking their finger in
the hole.
Look,
there's almost a beaver almost dead. You know.
Was he just checking its body temperature or what?
I don't know. He's probably listening to Ward and June Cleaver. Hey, you were a little hard on the beaver last night, and he took it literally.
Oh my goodness.
Good God. I remember hearing Jeff Foxworthy say in one of his shows one time, some guy came up to him and he said, "Yeah, I want you to talk about the story about my uncle or cousin or somebody got his nipple bit off by a beaver."
Speaking of sick, man, how about this guy that faked Down syndrome and hired caregivers to bathe him and change diapers? Did you read that? Boy, that guy just burns my biscuits. He makes me so mad.
We have a video on this too, I believe. Yeah, this guy.
I hope they put the full law on him.
Now there's a guy down in. I'll talk about that after we get off of this one, because I got to remember his name. I can't remember his last name. Yeah, go ahead and roll that beautiful footage.
Ugh.
What's your full name and date of birth?
My name's Paul Anthony Menchaca.
Paul Anthony Menchaca appears soft-spoken in front of a judge, but the man caregivers who worked with him saw was very different.
He acted like a child. His whole demeanor was childlike minded, so he would have tantrums, he would talk like a child, he would act like a child.
This caregiver met Menchaca through an app called CareLinks. She was hired to keep him company during the day, change his diapers, bathe him, because he had Down syndrome. The victim says she noticed he was aroused and acted strangely while changing his diaper.
He would just be clapping, he would be smiling, or he would be talking to us when we were changing his diaper.
Another caregiver says the Menchaca she met pretended to have a traumatic brain injury.
He did ask me a few times to come over and help him shower, but I wasn't incredibly comfortable with that.
Now police say it was all an act.
It was kind of like a fetish for him, I guess you can say.
The experience has traumatized the victims who showed up to care for Menchaca, all women who genuinely are in this to help vulnerable adults.
I'm glad I never showered him, and he's going to get what he deserves for fooling everybody like this.
Also fooled school administrators who trusted him in and out of the classroom here in Chandler. We're told Menchaca has resigned from his position as a crossing guard. In Chandler, Sonu Basu, ABC 15, Arizona.
Now, there are people out there with some serious health problems that need help, and this sick son of a gun is going to go out and,
Excuse me, ma'am. Could you wash my winker? Can me wash my winker, please?
Oh my gosh.
I have a chubby. I have a chubby. What
I
a
didn't
sick
have a
bastard.
chubby when I was
No,
done with him. If I found out.
there's a guy. My ex-wife dated him for a while, and in her defense, she didn't know he was a pervert or whatever. But he lures women. His name is Bill. I can't remember his stinking last name, but I will get that name and put his picture up in the next couple of days. Because this guy needs to be exposed as well.
Keller?
Bill Keller. Bill Keller down in DeLand, in DeLeon Springs area. You ladies run into Bill Keller. Damn, we don't have a picture of him.
I can send one over. I think I have one on my computer.
Do you? Yeah, see if you
I
can.
do believe I do. I don't hold me to it, but I do believe I have one.
My thing is caught up.
So.
Bill Keller. This guy preys on women down in Volusia County in DeLand. Now, I know this for a fact. He is a convicted child molester, but he preys on women. And what he does, you ladies, watch out for this guy. Because if you're a caregiver, he goes in there and he's 70-something years old. He says he's had prostate cancer for the last 25 years. Okay? He does not have prostate cancer. He'd have been dead already. But he preys on women with little kids. And then he abuses them. Okay? He goes in and he takes, like the one lady, and I'm not going to say her name on the air because I was helping her out with the state attorney's office and stuff like that. He gets into court, and one of his little bitches who works for a doctor's office, the guy works, he goes into court and says, yes, he's terminally ill and stuff. This guy has sexually molested girls, little boys, little kids. Then now he preys on women who have, did you find his picture?
No, I'm not. I don't see it, but I'm trying to see if I can find it while you're talking.
There just in case.
If you look at Volusia County
I'm looking.
Sheriff's Department, that's where it'll be. It'll be under Bill Keller.
I just have a lot of programs pulled up with the show. So.
Anyways, this guy goes and he gets women to come in to his house, and he puts it in the penny saver in local papers, and then he tells them he has cancer. Then, if that's not enough, as when they're caregivers, he gets them addicted to opioids and stuff. He also sells opioids. Now, I have proof on all this. Now, this guy, the reason I'm exposing him here because he's a freaking dirtbag. And he should have his pecker cut off and sewn to his forehead with his hands chopped off and made to look like a turkey with his nutsack hanging down over his eyeballs. This sick son of a bitch will take these women and tell them, oh, I got property in Putnam County. Then he will take and tell them, oh, I got all this money. I'm going to fly you out to Vegas. Says all this stuff. I have all this money, all this money, all this money. Talks them into marrying him.
Mm-hmm.
Then he lives in their houses.
He even lies he's a veteran.
Yeah, oh yeah, he says he's a wartime veteran. The VFW's even finally kicked him out. He got exposed. I helped expose his dumbass child molester, sick son of a bitch. He was even called me up one night when my son was at home. He was 13, 14. Told me he had a rifle beaded on his head. Now my son, we were staying on the boat that weekend, and my son had a hat that says, I love Jesus on it. It was a beanie. And he told me exactly what my son was wearing and said he had a gun pointed right at his head. And the guy does walk around with a pistol. He's a convicted felon. Why Volusia County Sheriff's Department has not incarcerated his ass is beyond me. They told me, some of the deputies have told me down in Volusia County that he's told them that he has landmines in his yard. They're scared to go in there. Then when he told me he was going to skull F my daughter, or he was going to skull F my daughter and then cut her throat and bleed her out and do it all over the cell phone and then rape my son, I left to go down there to kill him in Volusia County. I wanted him dead. My daughter and my son had called me up on their cell phone. They had to sneak out of the house. My ex-wife was at work. Now, she didn't know all this was going on. They sneak out of the house. They ran across the street. I go down there. Volusia County Sheriff's Department, he calls and tells them that I have threatened him. He left 163 messages on my phone, and the freaking state attorney's office down in Volusia County wouldn't do a damn thing about it. They said he had to hurt my children twice now, before they could do anything about it. Now, the state attorney's office down there in Volusia County, you guys can kiss my lily white ass, okay? If I said, well, what if I made a statement about killing your son or your daughter or doing damage to them, would I be in trouble? Oh, yeah, we would arrest you. We would come out and arrest you. You can't threaten authorities like that. Bullshit, then they shouldn't be able to threaten me or my children. I sent the judge down there a picture. Now, this guy told me he was having sex with one of the judges. He's a swinger, a known swinger. And he said, oh, I've been having sex with this judge, blah, blah, blah. Whether he had or not, I don't know. But I know that when I asked the judge for a restraining order, he denied it out of Volusia County. One night I'm going to do a whole show on this. I sent him a picture of my daughter and my son, and I said, when they're dead, the blood is on your hands. And he still refused to give a restraining order. So for 4 years, I had to listen to this man calling me up. I changed my number, moved my kids out of Volusia County, moved them up to Putnam County with me. He cut the wires on, or took the meter off of the power box on my ex-wife's house, flipped it around, was stealing, and then called FPL, tell them that she was stealing electric. My ex-wife wouldn't know how to. Here's the thing about my ex-wife. Her and I get along great now, but she doesn't know anything about electric. One time during a storm when we were married, she says, I'm going to do a load of laundry right now. And I said, how are you going to do that? We have no power. Well, she thought that the washing machine ran off of water instead of electric. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here's a picture of this Bill Keller guy right here.
Give him a minute to upload it into the system.
Okay.
There were several. That was just the one the most.
Yeah, I want you guys to look at this guy right here. This sick son of a bitch right here, they should hang his ass from the highest tree they can. Now, over my investigations, I found 16 different women that William Keller had done this to. 16 of them. And molested some children, but the women all got scared because he has them so terrified. And I wish I could find his friggin' address. But you know what about this guy? Because he was in prison before the new laws came out, he's not listed as a sexual offender. Not even listed. That a battery caused bodily harm. This is where he went into a guy's house that was older than him, a guy that had a stroke, pulled up to his garage door, went out and started beating this guy with a baseball bat.
That's why I chose this one.
And the sheriff's office the state attorney's office down there said this guy was not a threat. Not a threat. Yet 2 weeks later, he goes out and beats this elderly guy with a baseball bat in his garage. Luckily, the man could get his hands on a piece of conduit and stabbed him in the throat and knocked the air out of him, and he went down on the ground. He didn't break the skin or anything. He goes down on the ground. They arrest him. Even with that evidence, they let him go. So, and this is a few years ago. I hope to God things have changed down there now. But the system is screwed up. Time for ads. Anyways, we'll get back to him in a little bit.
How about that woman that intentionally released her bowels onto a deputy?
Wait. We gotta
sorry.
do our things. We are on a time crunch
listen,
here.
look at
We
the
are
clock.
professional here at IITW Radio.
We try
Cars.
to be.
Community Auto Repair Specialist. Open Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed on Saturdays and Sundays. I don't blame them. I'd want weekends off. But they are located at 3520 Krill Avenue in Palaca, Florida. And you see the big red barn there? Oh, crap. Miss Beverly sent me a picture of her today. We got to put that up tomorrow night.
Okay.
For cars. She won the contest for the oil change, the front end alignment, the tire rotation, and a complete inspection on it.
We'll have all that on tomorrow night's show.
Yeah, we'll put Miss Beverly up. Miss Beverly works over at Walmart. I love her. She's a sweetheart.
She is. I've met her before. She's a doll.
But yeah, they have 3 locations. When you're going, people are going, I can't find a place. I can't find a place. Look for the big red barn right there on 20. It says Auto Barn, and it's painted red. Put the picture back up there, Chris, so they can see this thing. That picture right there, if you go past the Taco Bell heading toward Walmart on 20, you're going to see that big red barn. Walk through that door. Community Auto Sales is in there as well. Okay. We are going to be giving away another contest from them as well. But they have 3 locations in Green Cove Springs, and then they owns Advanced Auto Care over in Gainesville, Florida. These guys do great work. You definitely want to go check them out. If you need something done with your car, you need a front end alignment, you need an oil change, whatever you need, go in and check them out. Animal Health Care Center, Dr. Nagy and Dr. Smith. They do digital x-ray, spaying, neutering, dental cleaning, small animal orthopedics, and boarding. They have low-cost vaccines and general health care needs. They are open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 till 7 p.m. And yes, that's Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. by appointment only. On Saturdays, only from 8 a.m. till noon there on Saturday. On Sunday, they're closed. Spaying and neutering. Make sure, I've got 4 cats that I'm taking care of now because people don't get their cats spayed and neutered, and they leave these little kittens out there, and I don't want the elderly lady starter kit. Okay, I can't take any more animals. Get them spayed and neutered.
Oh, and it's very important right now to make sure you get their rabies and vaccines.
Yes.
The vaccines.
There's rabies alerts all over the state right now.
It doesn't matter if it's 10 years old, the dog can still get parvo and stuff, so make sure you get your animals vaccinated.
Yeah, if you're going to have an animal, be a responsible animal person.
Have the money for the feed, have the money for the shots and the care.
Don't chain your frickin' dogs up to outside the poles either and leave them there with no water. It's like 9,000 degrees outside right now. The dog's sitting out in the sun. How would you like to be laying out on the ground? I got to save this for Friday night for what's pissing me off. How would you like for me to stick your sorry butt, chain you to a tree, leave you out in the sun with a fur coat on, and no stinking water to drink, or leave you enough to where it gets flipped over?
You know, I have often wondered if those dogs, when they're barking like that, if they're not cursing out their owner. So
they're sitting there screaming, "Help! Help! My owner's a dumbass." Go over there and see Dr. Nagy and Dr. Smith, though. Get your shots up to date. I mean, the stuff doesn't cost that much. If you're going to have an animal, take care of it. If you're not, don't bother going and getting an animal. Especially when the Easter rolls around, you get them a cute little bunny, or Christmas rolls around. I'm going to get this cute little dog or cat, you know.
It's a lifetime responsibility.
Or hamsters. They need to go to the vet, too. You know, all animals do. Birds, they get lice. Mr. Bird, speaking of birds, Bird's Auto Sales. Mr. Bird, he carries all kinds of buildings down there in San Mateo. He has gazebos, he has greenhouses, he has buildings you can put tools in, buildings you can make man caves or she homes. She caves. She homes. Put that woman in the backyard.
Say, Sherlock Holmes, and now we got she homes.
I can't take the kids. I'm going through menopause. I'm going to build me a she home.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I could put. That'd be a great mother-in-law cabin. Hey, Granny. Come over to my house, woman. Guess where you sleeping? In the shed. You can walk out there and it's got. It looks like the inside of her studio. Oh yeah, I don't mind. You'd never get rid of her then. Anyways, Mr. Bird's going to kill me for that. He's open Monday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. No, Saturday. Did I say Sunday again?
Yes.
Crap. I'm thinking about that 11 pounds of pot that dude had in his car. Hey, bud, how's your melon? I'm not even a pothead. Hell, I don't even drink. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And Sunday, they are closed. He's located in San Mateo. Yeah, you guys can get the numbers. 386-328-1020.
Yes. You
1020.
got it. Yay.
I can read. I can see. Do we have anybody else? Do Barbie, Hair by Barbie, and then we'll be done for the ads tonight, I believe.
Yes.
I've already given Greg his split for tonight. Hair by Barbie. As Cletus would say, She does great pinstriping on that head. I don't know how much she charges.
Cletus.
I wouldn't go see Cletus for pinstriping. Well,
No, Cletus might do some pinstriping. He could probably try doing some hair dye.
I'm going to have
stay away.
Cletus go up there and do a competition with her. See which one can paint a head quicker.
Yeah.
Now, actually, her prices.
She's got phenomenal prices. She does a phenomenal job. Look at the hair, man.
I thought I was going to pay about $60 for my hair to get done, and Chris's beard and hair to get cut. Him and I went up there at the same time. IT guy, and it wasn't. I didn't think it was. I thought it was going to be expensive all get out. You know, I'm going into a salon here, and I'm a guy.
Together, it was reasonable.
I paid more at a barber shop, but she does. She's by appointment only.
She does highlights, lowlights, cuts, trims.
The Brazilian cut.
Yeah, Brazilian blowouts.
No, Brazilian blowout.
She does the blow drying, styling. You name it, Barbie pretty much does it. Perms.
Why does the hair look so pretty on a Brazilian blowout? When it sounds like a Brazilian blowout, it should be like stick a M80 back there. Anyway, she has 2 locations over in St. Augustine at 440 CBL Drive, Unit 103,
Salon Lofts.
What is it? Loft 7?
Yeah, Loft 7. It's at Salon Lofts.
It's right there in St. Augustine. It's straight across the street from Home Depot. Drive back in there, you'll see it. And then she's over on 916 St. John's Avenue. Now, you guys and gals, she is by appointment only. She is sought after big time.
Yeah.
She has clientele like you wouldn't believe. But people move out of the county. People go away. See if you can get in there and see her. 904-501-9542. Speaking of which, Chris, you and I are going to have to make another visit. Jesus. Lord, good God Almighty. What is this woman up here for?
This is the
She needs to go see Barbie.
About. She's the one that she was she released her bowels.
Oh yeah, this is the one that.
Yeah.
You talk about cops. You guys that hate cops and fry them like bacon, roll them in a blanket, whatever. Give me a freaking break. This chick right here crapped on a cop, literally doo-dooed all over him.
Yeah, I don't know if she was right with it. I mean, you see that crazy in the eyes. She looks like she's on something. But yeah, she had a warrant. He was serving her with a warrant, and she intentionally released her bowels onto him when he was trying to arrest her.
Oh yeah.
So.
That gives a whole new meaning to it. Oh yeah, I'm a cop. I got a crappy job.
I was gonna say you got a crappy job, all right. So.
Speaking of the word shit.
This woman was only 26 years old, too. Can you believe that?
I'm not using this in a bad way here.
She was in Kentucky.
But I had some uneducated, or edumacated, as Cleta says, person the other day talking about the word shit. You know, who just thought of that? Blah, 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 blah. Well, the word shit, let me give you a little education, comes from years and years and years and years ago, when people were coming over from Europe and coming to America and going to South America and any place they would go, they had animals in the bottom of their boats, and the dung would build up in the bottom of the hulls and stuff, and it was fecal matter, poop, doo-doo, whatever you want to call it, but the methane gas would build up in the bottom of the ship. Now you got to figure they're going a month, 2 months across the ocean, and this methane's building up in the bottom of this. Well, the night watchman would go down with his little lantern to check and see what's going on. It'd get bumped, spark, boat blows up. So they started shoveling the dung, the crap, the poopy, into these barrels, and they would put S.H.I.T. meant ship high in transit. So in case you guys are wondering where the word shit comes from, it stands for ship high in transit. So the next time you call somebody a shithead, you're just saying ship high in transit head. If that makes any sense. So now you've been educated. Where do we want to go now?
What, did you see there was a sinkhole that we just found out about that would open up into land?
Really? I didn't see that one on my list.
Yeah, scroll down to the bottom of your page.
I see Opioid crisis.
All the way down to the bottom. It's a new post.
Sinkhole opens up into land at Stetson University. I love Stetson. That is one of the prettiest colleges around. Do we have a picture of that?
No, it just came in.
Oh, it just came in.
Oh, he said he's going to get it, yeah. It just came into it. He's going to pull it up.
Sinkhole opens up into land.
Give him 1 minute. He's pulling that
Get the picture up there for you guys in just a second here. Let me go ahead and see what it has to say, though. Oh, that's not very big. Crews into land are monitoring a sinkhole that opened up at Stetson University sometime over the weekend. The hole was discovered Monday morning on the property of Stetson University near the intersection of Florida and Michigan Avenue. Engineers said the hole is about 20 to 25 feet wide and about 10 feet deep. No structure is in danger, and the university official said there is no impact on campus. Unless you're a student running across to get to your next class and you drop down 10 feet, then there would be some danger. The city is working with it. There's no danger. Don't worry about it, kids. Run to your class. Yeah, I'm running. Ah!
Like that, unless you drop 10 feet. Yeah, there's no danger unless you actually fall in it.
You'd be like, oh.
I mean, here's your sign.
Happy with the day off.
I know, right?
You said there's no danger.
I was running along. First it was ground. I was up here. Then I was down here. It was like, what happened?
The city is working. City is working with an engineer who will monitor the sinkhole. This comes from WFTV out of Orlando. And who was this? Reporter Mike Singer for updates. You can catch him. Anyways, the engineers are working on getting this thing done. Kids, please don't run to your class. If you see your friend disappear in front of you, stop. He has fallen into a sinkhole. If you hear, oh, it's probably not a good sign, especially if you hear, like how I did that. Right at the end of it.
Yeah, good sound effect. So.
I don't even need a sound effect machine. There he is. Oh, crap. There goes Henry. Holy ship high in transit bricks.
That's going to be your new thing. Hey, did you hear about the 15-year-old boy that was charged with murdering his dad after the remains were found?
Was it murdering or raping his dad?
It was murdering.
He murdered his dad. That's not funny.
No, it's not.
I'm sure my kids have wanted to murder me once or twice.
No, this is kind of an interesting story. The teen from Nashville.
What's this one? Satsuma. Citizens raise up against Florida legislation.
That's not Satsuma. It just showed Satsuma.
Oh, it's just showing.
No, this boy is charged with murdering his father after 57-year-old remains were found abandoned in the woods in a duffel bag. So the teen from Nashville is in custody after allegedly murdering his father. Detectives said witnesses reported that on May 28th, Golf III showed them cuts and scratches on his hands and told them that he killed someone a few days earlier. So, I mean, this kid actually told him. And
his name is Golf?
Yeah, Michael Golf III. He's 15.
Oh, Michael Golf.
Yeah, he was charged with criminal homicide after the death of his father. Said that decomposed remains were discovered on September 2nd in a small duffel bag in the woods. Said that he'd been reported missing on May 27th by his mother after she last saw him. Excuse me, my computer's jumping all over the place. You gotta love the internet. The previous day, the medical examiner's office confirmed on September 6th that the bones were the remains of Michael Goff Jr. At the time of his disappearance, police interviewed the son in May. He told them the pair had been driving in South Nashville.
Wait. His bones were identified?
Yeah,
where the
bones were found in the duffel bag.
Where's the rest of the freaking guy at? Where's the meat at?
I don't know.
Claire Littell, where's the beef?
Said at the time of his disappearance, police interviewed the son. They told him the pair had been driving South Nashville when Michael Goff Jr. stopped the vehicle, gave his son his watch, and said, "I love you," walked into a wooded area and never returned. However, it now appears that such a tale was pure fabrication after investigation by the Homicide Cold Case Unit found a key witness. Now, the guy's in a duffel bag, so he gave his son the watch and never returned. How did he get himself in the duffel bag? I'm curious.
I want to know how he picked it up. At 15 years old, how do you pick up a 190-pound man?
I don't know. It's just
That's his dad?
Yeah, that's the father.
That's a big dude. Holy crap.
He's 57, yeah.
We sort of resemble each other with the whole goatee thing.
Yeah, they found the bones September 2nd and it confirmed on 6th of September that it was him.
That's sad.
Yeah.
That our generation has to go that. Watch some idiot blame it on Xbox.
Oh, they've always blamed it on something. There's always a reason.
Yeah, go ahead and take it down. That's sad.
Yeah.
That a youth has to kill. You know, I joke around about a lot of stuff, but it's really sad. You know, when kids that are 15 years old, and I'm sure he didn't do it with a gun. I think if I remember right, he beat him to death, bludgeoned him to death with something, caught him in the back of the head. But what a sick bunch of kids. And, you know, people blaming it on Xbox. You know, I had a girl tell me that, oh, yeah, my son does, what's that, Gone in 60 Seconds? Or Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. And yeah.
So I figured I would check out what Grand Theft Auto is. And I'm not a big Xbox guy. I don't play video games or anything. I can assure you it was not Grand Theft Auto because they run people over. And then they have these 6-foot dildos that they pull out. The reason I know this is because I had bought Grand Theft Auto for my son when he was about... Huh?
Saints Row is known for the giant dildos.
Okay, it was one of them. I thought it was Grand Theft. Anyways.
Grand Theft Auto is more a gritty crime drama.
Does it have a 6-foot dildo in it?
Saints Row does.
Okay. Whatever that game was, I had bought it for my son, and I didn't think it was a bad game until I walked in there and seen him. And here he is. He's beating this prostitute to death and this old lady in this game to death with this thing. And I'm looking at it. It's like a big old purple thing. I'm thinking it's an LSU club. Roll Tide. Anyways, it wasn't. It was a 6-foot freaking dildo. I'm like, son, what are you playing? Whatever that game you just said.
You know,
anyways, he goes, it's not that violent. It's not like I'm chopping her up with a sword, Dad. No, you're bludgeoning her to death with a freaking dildo.
You could have bought the dildo, too.
We're good.
I don't want to buy a 6-foot dildo.
When you bought the game, you could have, like, it was a pre-order bonus.
Wait, you can actually buy a 6-foot dildo with the game?
Yes.
Good
Oh my
God.
Lord! Y'all need to watch your children are buying. Wow. See what's coming in the mail.
Oh yeah, I can see.
It's rated M for mature. It's not meant for children.
Well, I can see me walking into GameStop. Yeah, I'd like to get this game right here, sir. Yeah,
bring out the dildo, please.
And could I please pre-order the 6-foot dildo right here?
Oh my Lord!
No, wait, that might be a little big for me. How are you gonna walk something like that out of a store? Walk. Do. Right? Mommy, look at the guy. He's got a 6-foot daddy penis. I feel bad, son.
They glow in the dark. You could really freak people
out. I mean, when are you going to
out.
sneak that thing out? They're only open from 9 to, what, 8?
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to, you know, you're going to do it like when you go to Adam and Eve, you know, they can stick that thing in a brown paper bag. No, not even 2 big brown paper bags are going to hide that 6-foot dildo.
Speaking of not dildos, we're going on to a dodo. How about the man that shot at his neighbor's house because someone called him a bad name?
I don't know. I want to stay on this 6. Wait, that doesn't even sound right. I want to stay on this 6-foot dildo.
Yeah, you want to stay on it? Wow. You like hot dogs too?
Let's talk about Fort Gates Ferry's fishing camp. Anyways.
At least you're willing to admit you want to stay on the dildo.
The one.
That took courage.
I'm very proud of you.
The one.
Coming out of the closet like that.
No, I don't take any rides down no dirt roads. No offense to anybody that wants to, but I like the paved street myself.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, Matt up at First Coast News, I did give you credit on that video that you guys put up, First Coast News. So please make sure to tell your bosses. Matt's one of the photographers and reporters up at First Coast News in Jacksonville. The guy kicks butt at what he's doing. He's one of my friends as well as a colleague, and Matt is just kick butt. I'm going to try to get him on the show in here one night. I don't know if First Coast will allow him to come down, but I really want this guy in here. You guys would not believe the crazy crap that we see going out and reporting and stuff like that. But Matt's been doing this stuff for a while now. He doesn't have crazy in his eyes yet like I do.
No, this guy does. He's got crazy in his eyes.
Oh, yeah. What's this guy's deal? Because we're coming down.
I know. We got this last story. We should be able to make it. This man shot his neighbor's house because someone called him a bad name. Says Laurel County man is behind bars after police say he shot at his neighbor's home. According to a news release, deputies were called to Highway 490 around 6 Sunday morning. When they arrived, a woman told officers that her next-door neighbor, 39-year-old James Parker, was shooting at her house.
Wait, this is the guy that shot at somebody's house? He looks like he was shot in the face. Look at the pebbles.
Police said they did find a hole from a .22 caliber round on the property. When deputies asked Parker if he had a .22 caliber rifle, he claimed that he did, but he denied firing at the house that morning. The news release goes on to say Parker later admitted to shooting at his neighbor's home on another occasion because someone called him a bad name. Parker was charged with first-degree wanton endangerment, and deputies transported him to the Lorry County Detention Center.
I don't know, but he looks like he looks like Rudolph the Purple-Nosed Meth Head. I don't know if the guy's on meth or not. I shouldn't say that. But good God, he looked like his face got put his picture back up. You know, somebody's going to come in. Hey, you got to make fun of the guy. No, it looks like his face caught on fire and somebody put it out with golf cleats. He's a criminal. Get over it. Go away. Get him off the thing. I'm going to have nightmares tonight. Okay, anyways, we got to get wrapping up here pretty quick. My friend Tammy, my best friend, bestest friend in the whole wide world, has got a show coming up, ladies and gentlemen. She is going to be doing a show on IITW Radio about women's stuff. We're not going to put any more of the news up. She has got a show coming up, and I'm not sure what the show is, but it will be starting not this coming week, but the week after. And I will give you more details this week. I have Tammy on promoting her new show this coming week. And it's about women's issues. I know how this things that you guys face, menopause. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to know about it. Although I do know about it. I don't want to talk about it. It's like when my daughter comes up and says, Dad, I think you need to have that sex talk with me. No, sweetheart. Can we hire somebody? Don't they teach you guys that at school? No. Anyways, we're going to get closed out here pretty soon. You guys can catch us on IITW Radio, on Facebook, on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like buttons on all this stuff.
On YouTube, you can also click the bell to get notified when we go live.
Yeah, click on the bell like Chris just said. There's a bell on there somewhere.
It's right next to the subscribe button.
Right next to the subscribe button. That way when we go live, it'll click on. During the storms and stuff, we will be live. We'll be starting a SWIP swap, not SWIP swap, but a thing where if you got stuff and junk you're going to be selling here in the next month, or stuff that, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure, we're going to be doing that in the morning times. Remember to support the fallen. Wait, let me rewind here. Okay, go back to where you can check us out. You can check us out on The Putman Way, THE, The Putman Way. On Facebook. On Twitter, we're all over the place. Support our artists. There's some 3,000 artists that are on IITW Radio. Go there and listen to it during the day, at night. It's 24 hours a day, except for when my dumb ass is on here ranting and raving about stuff that people are afraid to talk about. I want to thank everybody that makes the show possible tonight. That's my program manager, my IT guy, Tammy, Cameron, all you guys. Mama B, my shouts go out to my niece, Rosie. Let's see who all we got shout outs going to.
Beverly.
Oh, Miss Beverly at Walmart. What's her last name?
Beverly Allen.
Beverly Allen. Anyways, I'll have her picture up tomorrow night. My nieces and nephew, my sister-in-law Laura, Tammy, my best friend. Let's see, Annette, Cindy Shaw. If you guys got shout outs you want done, send them in. Hell, I'll yell at anybody. I don't care. Remember to support our fallen. Don't take a knee. The flag that covers these coffins, the flag that the blood of our American soldiers, men and women that have fought and died for, don't kneel for something when you can stand for something. Stand up, be proud of our country, be proud of our flag. Support your local firefighters, your volunteer or paid, your first responders, the sheriff's department. You guys quit being a bunch of a-holes and acting like, you're going to hurt my feelings. The First Amendment, freedom of speech. Once you lose that, you lose everything. Remember to quench the thirst. And we're coming up. What else
Don't forget to check us out on IITWradio.com.
Yeah,
we have 30 days of 30 giveaways.
Yeah, there's 30 giveaways over the next 30 days. And there's also stuff going up on The Putman Way. There's giveaways. I think we're going to be giving away a crock pot along with a bunch of CDs. And check out Cletus's videos for Bob. that car that you guys saw in there in Bob's advertisement, that is Chris's personal Mustang. A tree branch fell on it and ripped the top and busted out the windshield. Bob's going to be repainting that thing. It's going to be a project for you guys to see.
Yep, we're going to watch it.
Who do we got closing out tonight?
Brother in Arms. That's the song.
Austin Neal.
Brother in Arms, Austin Neal. Austin Neal kicks some butt here. I want to thank Calvin O for always allowing us to play his music to open up our shows with. Austin Neal, you rock, buddy. Here's this song. He's going to close it out. I ain't got to go nowhere tonight, but I got to get up on out of here. I'm out. Thank you for listening, and we love you.
It's the one I learned to play on. Believe me or not, it's been all around.